Good morning, family. Hope you've had an excellent day. Even the most advanced private networks stumble. But here's the key difference. They admit it, fix it in hours, and move forward. Try getting that level of honesty from a taxpayer-funded monopoly. Let's see what Michael Nichols said on X. Starlink has now mostly recovered from the network outage, which lasted approximately 2.5 hours. The outage was due to failure of key internal software services that operate the core network. We apologize for the temporary disruption in our service. We are deeply committed to providing a highly reliable network, and will fully root cause this issue and ensure it does not occur again. Ownership, speed, and results. Meanwhile, the state's version of problem-solving is a 300-page report, a task force, and 0 fixes. These are a few of the memes Starlink's outage left behind. Starlink engineers right now. Elon Musk at Starlink right now. My life without Starlink connection. Starlink is down worldwide. Me when Starlink is down. The anti-deep state crusader is now being painted as the deep state itself. Corporate media irony levels off the charts. Dowd argues Trump became what he denounced, a power-hoarding insider who weaponizes government, hides information, especially about Epstein, and bullies critics. She says his own base is waking up, furious that he's downplaying Epstein files and mocking those who care. Dowd compares him to a demagogue from the 1957 film A Face in the Crowd, imploding in narcissism while insulting supporters. She cites his threats to sue the Wall Street Journal over an alleged Epstein birthday book doodle and notes he's now blaming Obama, Comey, Biden officials, and Hillary for invented Epstein documents. Conclusion: it's hard to rail against the deep state when you've basically become it. So the establishment press says Trump is the swamp now. Maybe. Or maybe they're just mad he learned to use their own playbook better than they do. Next. Coldplay plays a show, a kiss cam catches a CEO hugging his HR chief, and corporate media turns it into a morality play about, surprise, Trump, Congress, and Medicaid, because everything must loop back to Orange Man bad trademark. Schulman says the Coldplay concert kiss cam that exposed CEO Andy Byron embracing HR chief Kristen Cabot and his subsequent resignation signals the comeback of shame. She frames it as refreshing accountability in an age of brazen shamelessness she blames on Trump and the internet. Schulman argues leaders slash social programs without remorse, while ordinary people like Byron at least act embarrassed. She name-drops Nixon, who resigned, and contrasts him with Trump, listing Trump's alleged misdeeds and Epstein ties, saying he should feel shame. Bottom line, shame is back, and Trump's crowd still won't wear it. So a semi-private fling at a concert equals hope for humanity, but wrecking an economy or weaponizing the state against rivals? That's just politics. Selective outrage is doing stadium tours now. No opening act needed. Next. Tokyo crawls. Washington threatens. And shockingly, both sides cut a deal right before the tariff hammer drops. Funny how national interest suddenly matters when a 25% tax is on the table. After months of tense talks, Japan and the U.S. struck a trade deal just days before Trump's 25% blanket tariff was set to hit Japanese goods. Japan agreed to open its market to more U.S. cars and rice and pledged $550 billion in U.S. investments. In return, Trump cut the tariff to 15%, including on autos and parts, still higher than the old 2.5%, but better than the threatened 25%. Japan's chief negotiator, Ryosei Akazawa, called the tactic slow rush diplomacy. Push hard, concede little. The agreement lands as Japan's ruling LDP reels from a major election loss, and Ishiba's political survival hangs in the balance. Analysts say Trump's terms were relatively generous given Japan's weakened position. Bottom line, both sides needed a win before August 1st, and Japan folded just enough to let Trump declare one. Call it slow rush or calculated panic. Either way, Trump got headlines, Japan dodged a worse hit, and the globalists will still cry protectionism from their Davos chalets. Next. Japan played slow rush and walked away with a 15% tariff instead of 25%. Berlin? They're wagging fingers on camera, calling Trump's 30% tariff plan a lose-lose while threatening proportional countermeasures. Moral lectures rarely beat leverage. Klingbeil warned Trump's proposed 30% tariffs on EU exports would hurt everyone, including U.S. firms. Germany still wants a fair deal, but says the EU must be ready to hit back if talks fail. Alongside France's finance chief Eric Lombard, he pushed deeper Franco-German cooperation to boost EU competitiveness. Trump announced the tariffs for August 1st, but says negotiations are advancing. Brussels, von der Leyen echoed, willing to deal but prepared to retaliate. Post-comment, acid touch. Translation, we want a fair deal but we'll retaliate if needed. Sure. Meanwhile, Trump's already squeezed a better rate out of Tokyo. Berlin can either posture for Brussels or negotiate like adults. Clock's ticking to August. If you like this rundown, subscribe, hit like, and drop a comment. It helps a ton. See you next time.